So me and Jess and Shaq are about to meet at this really nice rooftop restaurant bar. Oh, y'all finna see me. Hold up, you finna see me. See me, see me. Ooh, look at the Leo. Okay, anyway. Yes, this really nice rooftop restaurant bar. It's right there. That gray one. Yeah. Jess and Shaq are late as fuck, but it's okay because I too am late as fuck. Shit, I'm just a late ass bitch. It's bad. I try so hard. Usually something will happen, like it could be anything on the interstate that'll stop me and have Saturn in my 6th house. So keeping up with my plans, being on time with my plans, like either something will happen or it'll just be of my own fault. But anyway, we're about to go into the restaurant, so see ya. And it's such a beautiful ass day. The camera won't focus so I can get the nice clouds. Is this the front? Yeah, it is. Nice. I need to put on my mask. But yeah, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, we're about to do a reading. That's why I even started recording. Because we're about to do a reading. Hi. Oh, are they talking to me? Wow, they weren't talking to me. Okay, so the girl just told me that there's no recording allowed, but I'm a bad bitch, so I'm gonna record anyway. This is what I want to do. I want to create the iJaadee experience of doing readings at like nice places. Yes. Of doing readings in nice places and giving you an exquisite experience to come with the reading. Thank you. Beautiful. Hello, other beautiful. Hi, lovely. I haven't seen you guys. Isn't this nice? Okay, introduce yourselves.
I'm Jess, not with the mess, but I am with the shit. Okay?
Jess, not with the mess, but you are with the shit.
With the shit.
Oh my god. And who are you?
I am Shaq.
Hi, Shaq. So nice to have you here. So Shaq is getting the reading today. Shaq won a reading from Nova Network's giveaway. Somebody won a reading from Bronx. Somebody else won one from Ty. And then somebody won one from me. So we're going to be doing more stuff like that in the future. It's going to be fun. I want to do more stuff like this, you guys. Like more, like if I give a reading in person, I want it to be a luxurious. Yes, I want a luxurious experience to go with that.
This is luxury.
This is beautiful. It is. It is crazy beautiful. And I feel like a reading, well, my readings could reflect that. I think that could be more my brand because this is like the lifestyle I live anyway. This is what I like. So if I'm going to give a reading, I might as well give it to my clients as well. So you really picked a good place. So I'm going to, yeah, I got the idea. Ooh, sis. Ooh, come your shit, up. Leo, queen at the 29th degree. Do you know when you were born? At the 29th degree of Leo, the fixed star of Regulus was there. Regulus is a fixed star that rules over royalty, power, fame. Drake has his ascendant there. You see who is the most royal nigga in rap right now? It's fucking Drake at 29 degree. Megan Thee Stallion has her moon close to that degree. I do. Royal as hell. Don't fucking play with it. You got it, boo. You got it. What day were you born?
September 6th.
September? I thought you, oh no, you're Capricorn rising.
No, I'm a Capricorn Jupiter.
Capricorn Jupiter? Oh, that's what it was. I've been thinking you were a Cap Sun this whole time.
No.
The Capricorn features are so strong on you. They're strong. I was like, yeah, Cap Sun. So I had January, September 6th?
Yeah, I'm also a Virgo Cap Decan, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 1996. Whoa, no way. I would have thought you were like 21. Oh my gosh. No, you graduated college. That's impossible.
You said what?
I forgot you graduated college.
Yes, graduated already. Been graduated for, how long has it been out? 3 years? Is this our 3rd year out?
Yes, period. Period. Okay, what time?
8:40 p.m.
8. Where at?
Tarboro, North Carolina.
How do I spell that?
T-A-R.
T-A-R.
B-O.
B-O-B-O. Oh, Tarboro.
Tarboro, yeah.
Tarboro. You country as hell. North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina. Nobody goes to Trash General. Okay, that's what the hospital market house is called. You go there to die.
Oh my goodness.
That's how bad it is. I'm so serious.
Not to die. Period. Let's get into it. Oh, and you have Jupiter right on your MC.
I know.
Not the successful career coming through when you're older, though. When you're older. It's gonna be some time. Capricorn represents time. That's okay, though. It's going to work out so perfectly as long as you don't resist that. Don't resist the flow of time, the pace of time. The pace of time is your friend. The pace of time is a friend to all Capricorns. All. Let me repeat that. The pace of time is a friend to all Capricorn placements. So you have heard it here first.
It's like I know this, but I'm just like I'm impatient. It's that Aries. It's the Aries rising at an Aries degree.
Oh
like,
yeah, you are a double Aries influence with the Aries Saturn near the ascendant. You got to slow the fuck down.
I be ready to like move and just go, but I can't do that.
Period. So everything else you can move quickly at, but when it comes to your goals, anything that you want to achieve, you have to take your time.
I know. I'm trying to work on that.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to work on that.
We'll get there. So I see right here that Shaq has the moon in Cancer, which is a double representation of the family, and it's in the 4th house, which is a triple representation of the family, right? So something family-oriented for sure. It's at the 9th degree, your moon. So, and it's opposite Jupiter. That's a double Jupiterian influence. So, does all your family still live here? Or
all my family lives here. I'm the only one that moves.
They need to move ASAP. They all need to leave because you see this Jupiter. She said she's been trying to tell them this. This Jupiter influence represents things that are larger. It expands upon whatever it touches. So it's expanding upon the influence of Shaq's family right there because it is opposite the moon by aspect and it's opposite the other 2 placements, Venus and Mars, by sign. Your family needs to move in order for your family to achieve. Hold on. Did your family members, do they have good relationships with each other?
No.
I figured they didn't.
No.
Do you know they would be so much happier if they all moved far away? It needs to be at least 300 miles or more because Jupiter and Sagittarius represent 300 miles. They need to move. So the reason why I know that their relationships will get better, because you see this is your, not my ugly nail. Nobody saw that. Okay, so this is your family right here, right?
Right.
In derivative astrology, what's the 7th house from the 4th? So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, 8. Whoops, sorry, it's actually the 10th. It's the 10th house. So the 10th house is opposite the 4th, right?
Right.
So the 10th house is the relationship to the 4th, right? And you have Jupiter right there on the cusp of it. Jupiter represents joy, to glow, be happy, jubilant, right? But Jupiter is in its detriment in Capricorn. It doesn't do well in Capricorn, so that's how I figured the relationships were strained. And then Jupiter is also at the 7th degree, so that's a double influence for knowing that the relationships were strained. But it was definitely family relationship oriented, and Shaq said the relationships were not that good. But if you were to take on these Jupiterian qualities, the moon is at 9, which is a Sag degree, and then Jupiter, Sagittarius represents to travel far, to expand, explore, adventure. If they would all move, all of those issues would subside, and then your career, your success would reflect their healthy relationships.
That's kind of crazy because I mean Jessica will tell you like my family drama has been ongoing since I went to college, honestly, and
since you went to college, so Jupiter is in the 9th,
makes sense,
which is college, exactly. Keep going.
And then it only got worse after I graduated. I decided I wanted to be a writer. I didn't want to go to school for genetics anymore. I wanted to write.
What age did you graduate?
21.
21, and you said it got worse. That makes sense. So once you entered your 21st birthday, you were in that 10th house perfection year. So it's ruled by Saturn in the 12th house. So there were losses experienced, and I see you have a very heavily aspected Saturn. So that would tell us that the 21st year came with a lot of Saturnian issues affecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts of your life.
Jesus.
7 different parts.
I did go through a lot my 21st year. I was begging to be 22 because I was like, this is a lot of shit going on. And that was the same year that like my relationship with my dad, which was like, I had a great relationship with my dad until I was like 21 and I decided I wanted to be a writer. And he was like, no, I need you to go to school for genetics and I need you to have like a stable job. And I was like, no, I want to do what I want, what makes me feel happy. So
see, whenever you have Sun Uranus or Uranus in the 10th house, the person always needs to rebel against what the family wants them to do with their life, whether it be career, dating, whatever. Always needs to rebel. If the parent wants it for you, then you know you should not do it. The parent should instead follow behind you as support for whatever things you want to do.
And it's funny because like my mom now, like my mom has supported me ever since I told her I wanted to be a writer. But my dad was always just like, absolutely not, like no. So that's caused a little bit of strain.
Yeah, I can see. My girlfriend is going through a very similar thing where her mom thinks she should go to school and get a degree, but she has Sun trine Uranus, and I'm like, I have the opposition. No, exactly. My parents wanted me to be a doctor, go to this college, that college. If I did anything my parents wanted me to do, we would not be sitting here in a fabulous ass restaurant, fucking MacBooks, Gucci, Christian Dior. Like, don't play. This is real shit. Like, just knowing this shit will change your whole life. If either of us would have did that shit, like, if either of us would have did what our parents wanted for us and kept going that direction, like, it wouldn't be none of this. You wouldn't be so unsatisfied in life. It would be bad. You can avoid all of that. My girlfriend, she'll be like, I don't know, because she's Pisces moon, so she really loves her mom. So she'll be like, oh, well, you know, she don't want to step on any toes. And I'll be like, who is the astrologer? Who is the astrologer? It's
like,
literally
I know
me.
things. Like, I know what you need to be doing.
It's like, I know what I'm talking about. I've been through it. Other people have been through it. But yes. Matter of fact, because you have Uranus in the 10th house, you know, it's at the 1st degree and Aries degree. So you know that you'll be the first to achieve something very different because it's Uranus and Aquarius in the 10th house. It'll come after, probably again when you're older, after a lot of stress, a lot of hard work. You may go through a very confusing time career-wise because, you know, planets move, houses move in a timeline fashion. So the first thing that has to happen is Jupiter conjunct the MC in Cap, and then the Neptune influence has to happen, and then the Uranus influence happens last.
The delusion from Neptune.
I know, exactly. So it starts out real good. You get older, it gets real good. Then you go through a little foggy period, And you see you have Neptune opposite Venus and Mars. Probably, again, that family situation. Probably the relationship between your spouse and your family. Because you have Mars right there. It's crazy.
Very interesting.
You have Mars right there, ruling your ascendant. Venus ruling your fucking spouse. You guys are conjunct, side by side, totally intertwined. And at the beginning of your career timeline, the timelines go back and forth all the time. Not back and forth, but they start over all the time. So at the beginning of the one that's going to really put you on that path, it'll come with this once you get to Neptune. So confusion period. You know what? It could be that a breakup or maybe something about the relationship, it just really fucks with your career, but you don't need to, you need to use that energy. So when that time comes, because something will happen, something Neptunian related to you and a partner. It's literally right there. If these are the representations of you and the partner, and they're together, opposing all of this.
Period now, honestly.
And it can cycle. It can cycle sometimes.
Stop, you already know. Stop. You shady bitch.
She's so shady.
You shady bitch.
But here's the key. When it cycles, we've learned so much since the last time it cycled. So now it's easier for us to get the good benefits of the planet and what comes after. You know what I'm saying? So like I have a 12th house Mars. That doesn't mean I'm doomed to have a hidden relationship where nobody can like know who I'm dating or like being a side chick or something like that for forever. Because I've learned so much now. Now I have a partner who does want to show me off. but in a way they're kind of hidden right now because like they're not here right now. Like who is this person? You know what I'm saying? The hidden partner. So this is a better vibration of that placement than me being the one that's hidden. The tables have turned because I learned more. I say no to more. So the same thing will happen when you career-wise. If you're going through it now, the same themes will repeat again in the same order. Yeah. And you'll know better what to do because you've been through it before. Aries energy like learns from their mistakes.
Yeah, we very much do.
Aries energy, they do not. People with Aries energy do not normally make the same mistake twice.
We're not going to want to continue to go through that same bullshit.
Because you can't keep going forward if you do the same shit over and over again.
Right, you're repeating the same shit. You can't do it.
Exactly. Thank you. Oh, that's our appetizer.
That was good.
Yes, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, Jess, did you get a chance to listen to the audio with Bronx and I?
I meant to text you. I need to get it.
You need to get it, yes.
I need to get it.
So listen, I'll send it to you. But listen, 10th house sons cannot fail. They can't fail. It doesn't matter if the success is local, if it's 10% over expectations, whatever they expect to succeed in, it'll succeed. They can't fail. They can only fail by their own merits. Only something they do can kill them because their whole, that's the sun, their whole life. You know how the earth, our whole life is tied to the sun. Without the sun, there's nothing. So that's how it is with your life and the sun in our charts. Your whole life is tied into career. It's a part of you. It can't be taken from you.
And that's why I get so antsy. Like I had a whole breakdown, like I said, I had a whole breakdown earlier last week because my job was not aligned with who I was as a person. And I can't do that. Like I'm not the type of person that can disconnect, like that can compartmentalize work from what I am passionate about. Like they both need to be the same thing. And I love to work. So also if I don't work, then I feel like something's off. Like I need to be doing something. So, child.
I totally understand. And then listen, having a 10th house Libra sun, the more successful people you keep in your circle, the more you will reflect them.
I believe that.
Libra energy cannot help but to reflect things.
Yep.
In a right. So 10th house Libra, the more successful people, the more affluent, whatever type of person it is that you want to be, is who you have to be around. So you know how you just said, Jay, we gotta start hanging out,
Yes.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
It was meant to be.
And it would just reflect. And you see how I came into your life, and I was like, what are you doing? Because you guys. So, listen, I met this fucking bitch, and I was like, she is so cool. She gotta hang out with me. What the fuck? And then I would call this bitch to see what you're doing, see what she was doing, and this bitch would say, I'm at work. And I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yes. Listen, I'm gonna quit this job, and I'm gonna quit this job because of Jade. You heard it here first.
You would not be the first person I've got to quit their job.
Listen, you didn't have to do much.
Trust me, she was already on the road. I already told her. I was like,
you did not have to do much of this.
I was like, you can do.
I'll be ready for. Well, I can tell when a motherfucker should quit because what I was like, bitch, we supposed to be out. We out. I'm vaccinated. We out.
Hey,
what?
Listen, I'm not. I've always had this belief, and everyone in my family used to pick on me about it, but like I really did believe that I was supposed to be like a rich bitch. Like God did not put me on this earth to be regular.
You're not regular.
And I'm not
Leo moon. Leo moon at 29.
I don't mean it like I don't mean it like in a very like. I really mean it in a humble way. Like I don't mean it to be ostentatious. I don't mean it to be pretentious.
You don't have to be humble though. You can pop your shit.
I don't need to be humble.
I told her tap into her Leo moon energy. I've been trying to tell her this.
No, I did tap into my Leo moon.
Leos have to learn how to pop their shit. You gotta learn. If you don't, as a Leo placement, if you do not learn how to pop your shit, period. Nobody's gonna pop it for you the way you can. Other people will pop it the same way you do. So if you be a humble bitch and say, I guess, other bitches gonna say, well, I guess too. But like Megan Thee Stallion, Leo Moon, Leo Mars, Megan be like, what she say? Ain't none of these hoes gonna say shit to my face. No, and people respect her for that. They're gonna be like, you right, Megan. Yes, you gotta do it.
Accurate.
Let me check your chart for some Leo
Like I said, I'm just not with the mess, but I am with the shit.
No, please.
Definitely.
Listen,
always with the shit.
If you want to shake, you gon' get shook. Okay. Normally I'll be saying that shit in my head because I'm like, nah, Jess, that's not nice. Fuck being nice.
Fuck being nice. Oh God. Libra has to learn that. Oh, Shaq. So Shaq, you have your Jupiter at a Libra degree. Oh, and you do have a Libra Mercury. Shaq has a Libra Mercury. So both of y'all need to learn that being nice doesn't always cut it. For you have Libra Mercury retrograde. So Shaq has Libra Mercury retrograde, right? So being nice, conversation, speech, manners, things like that. At the third degree is a Gemini degree. It represents options, but it's retrograde. So Shaq will have to keep going back, more and more options, different ways of being nice before it's okay to be mean. You see, it's Libra Mercury opposite Saturn. So what I was saying was, with your Libra Mercury retrograde at the third degree, the retrograde means to go back, right? Third degree is Gemini, so it represents options. Libra is that being nice energy. Third, the Mercury is the way you're communicating, how you're saying it, but it's opposite Saturn. So you have to slow down and figure out a couple of different options. How should I be nice? How can I be diplomatic? You might have to try a few different options before you unleash the okay to be mean. Because you being too mean in your speech comes with losses. Because it's in the 12th house. It will come with losses.
I was literally telling my partner, I was like, I don't like to always like display, I guess, like how I, not necessarily how I feel.
Thank you.
Perfect.
I'm very much cautious with my words. I always know, like, if I unleash it, like, I'm going to end up like upsetting somebody. Like, I don't want to.
It will come with losses. Listen, and I
knew I was looking right.
You were right. The astrologer confirmation. And then listen, I figured you had some Leo energy in your chart, and you have your Saturn at the 5th degree, which is a Leo degree, and so if you will have notoriety in your lifetime, right? The chart demands it. Saturn is the ruler of your 10th house. So your career, whatever that cool Uranian, out of this world, unique thing is that you do in your chosen field will get you some notoriety. But the notoriety, it will come with difficulties. If in your work life, like the day-to-day aspects of being a little famous or big famous, or the day-to-day aspects of being the popular one will be made much more difficult if this opposition is not balanced. So you have to keep that Mercury balance. Always find more ways to be as Libran and diplomatic as possible before you let go. Yes.
I'm glad you confirmed that, because I thought I was doing the wrong thing, and I was literally thinking about that all last week. Like, do I need to like stop mincing my words and stop trying to find new ways to like, you know, make sure I'm communicating properly and not, you know, just unleashing my wrath, like, you know, being diplomatic about it. And now I know that that's actually the right thing to do.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Pure confirmation. This is just science. This is math, numbers. Exactly. Like, this is, I don't even know you. This is unbiased. I'm totally unbiased. This is just facts right here. And then listen, you'll also notice how opposition, right, between two planets, and then when they're both squaring the same planet, making that triangle, that's called a T-square.
Yep.
You see
a lot of T-squares.
What type of triangle is that? Isosceles or something? What's that?
Isosceles, because it's even on the other side. And then,
I was right. Oh, I'm a smart bitch.
Listen, geometry. It's geometry. STEM.
So the isosceles triangle in a chart is called the T-square. So the two planets right here at the edge, they are funneling energy, pushing energy into Jupiter.
Yeah,
so
that's my relief point.
It is your relief point, yes. No, come on, astrologer. Come on, astrologer. Come on. Tell me something. Come on with it.
I know a little something.
You know something, bitch. And see, that's important because we can't do this every day. And I'm not the ultimate or the supreme as it relates to individual life, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So you even knowing that is so good and helpful. That makes me so proud and happy. Like, that's
Look,
so
I learned
good.
from the best. I learned from you. So.
Listen, I didn't want to say it. I waited for you to say it. Thank you.
So I interpreted. So I was talking to one of my friends, and I went through it this week, y'all. I went through it. I really went through it.
She love the camera.
I do.
The Leo's coming out. It's coming out.
So I went through it this week about my job. Like, I was literally all day boo-hoo crying about it. And so I was explaining it to one of my friends, and I was like, you know what? When I really think about it, I was like, Libra, which it rules over like beauty, is my sun sign, which is identity, and it's in my 10th house that rules over career, jobs, things like that. I was like, but it's also, my 10th house is also in Libra, which has to do with balance. I'm like, right now I'm just not in balance with who I am. Like, my job is not aligned with who I'm supposed to be as a person.
Libra is about balance.
Right. Like, it's not my core person. And I was like, Shaquila, did I do this right? And she was like, yes.
And you know, since you have the 10th house Libra sun, who you are as a person, the sun has to align with the career and the balance. It has to be balanced.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's right. Like,
that makes so much sense.
If my job is not what I like, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
Like who you are.
I can't do it. That's why I be ready to.
And when you told me you was at work, I was like, why? What the hell? Entrepreneur. I have literally seen Jess's chart with a 10th house sun, and I'm like, why aren't you a big boss entrepreneur yet? What are you doing?
She's never wanted to like work under people. Like she
I hate
always
working under people.
She always knew she was going to be her own boss.
10th house sun has to be the authority in some way. It can be management, but CEO, it has to be the authority in some way.
And I literally, the best job that I had so far was at Bare Minerals when I was a key holder.
Oh yes, a key holder. Period. Key
that was that was my best job. Now,
when I was working, my best job was assistant manager at a clothing store, key holder and shit. So yes, I'm a 10th house son too. So that was my best job. You're right. That's a good observation.
Because it's also like I feel like I know more than you anyway. Because it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, Shaq, I got a question. So I was thinking about what you just said about the best job, and I was like, sun does rule over what's best. So then I was looking at Shaq's sun right here at the 14th degree of Virgo in the 6th house. So 6th house and Virgo are synonymous for work, so it's a double influence on work. And I have my chart ruler Venus at 14 degrees of Virgo, right? So I've been, I experienced this similar energy, right? Thank you. Perfect. So I experienced this similar energy, right? So 14 degrees, a Taurus degree, represents things that are of high quality. It doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. Expensive is good, but mainly high quality. Do you know that wearing more high quality jewelry, investing into that, will totally improve your work life? Totally. It'll bless your work life. More fine jewelry. If you go into the store and the jewelry is like, where you normally get your jewelry from? Where you got the earrings from?
Neither, Jessica.
Jessica, where you get the necklace from?
Listen,
this was actually a fossil necklace.
Fossil is good. That's
fossil
go higher and go higher. David Yurman, Tiffany, Swarovski. Go to the Swarovski store today before you leave and get you. Listen, never buy the cheap ones. Never buy the cheap ones. It'll work against you.
And that's actually very funny because like my body actually reacts to like cheap jewelry. I can't wear cheap jewelry. Like none of my shit is cheap. Like I was not. I obviously was not meant to.
Exactly.
You're not meant to wear no damn Cuban zirconium.
No, you know what? You know what? Swarovski has a zodiac collection at the front of the store. Go get the Virgo necklace and wear it.
So we have to go. We know
and it's nice as fuck.
Yeah.
It's not. Yes. Perfect. That's gonna improve your work life so much.
Wow.
So much. It'll automatically just improve. It's an energy thing. It's all an energy thing. I love it. I love it. So I see right here too, you have a very nicely aspected Pluto. So would you agree that the deep changes and transformations that life brings to you, do you feel like you're able to get through that? Even though you might have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different hoops, do you feel like the transformation itself is something that you're always able to manage?
Oh, yeah. Like, even if I don't feel like it in that moment, like, I always know, like, in the end, like, I always come out, like, on top. I always end up, like, going through transformation and, like, being fine afterwards. So, that's very...
You never... So, like, you know, Pluto represents death, taxes, those deep change, trauma, chaos, turmoil, when the world is on fire, when your world is on fire. So, I'm just here to tell you, whenever you even think, or if other people think your world is on fire, it's never like it could be. It'll never be what it could be, and you'll always be able to get through it. It doesn't matter how bad it is, because your Pluto is also in the 8th house, so it doesn't matter how bad it is, you can get through it. You don't even have to worry about that. You are very blessed. You don't have to worry about that shit. Like, other people might have to be like, what am I going to do when my mom dies? I know that sounds really harsh, but you won't be that type of person. You'll go through your emotions, because it is heavily aspected, so you will go through your emotions, but you won't never be that person that's, oh my gosh, you guys didn't know where I was.
Go ahead,
Thank you. That was actually good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Fucking delicious.
I go through the motions. I feel like it's also like all that like Cancer energy that I have on my side of the chart too.
Yeah,
like I feel things very like
deep. Personally, yeah, because you have Pluto trine your Cancer placements.
Yeah.
Yes,
oh right, that's right. They are trine.
Yeah, and your Pluto's in the 8th house, which gives it an extra influence, and it's at a critical degree, a 0 degree. So when things begin for you, they really begin. You really go through eras in life, whole new eras.
Wow. That's kind of cool though.
Very cool. It's very cool. And see, all you have to do, because it's gonna happen whether you want it to or not. So all the fuck you gotta do is go with it. And it's good. That's all you gotta do.
And that's the thing, because I have so much cardinal energy in my chart. I always feel like I'm always at my best when I'm like going out and I'm like trying to like go get it. But I know sometimes like I feel like balancing the energy of my chart is very like hard sometimes. So I have a lot of just like cardinal.
Yes, that because you literally have a cardinal placement in every sign. You have a planet in Libra, planet in Cancer, a planet in Aries, and a planet in Capricorn. So yes, you are always gonna feel that green cross energy all the time in cardinal ways. But see, cardinal signs are about taking action. They're about starting things. They're about what's brand new. Think about any type of feeling that you get when the springtime comes, when the winter time comes. You know how when winter comes and you're like, okay, it's time for me to mellow down, buckle down, save a little, spend more time indoors. When summer comes, you're like, it's time for me to get out, go get it. What do I need to do? So those are the same types of energy that you will constantly embody in different cycles throughout your life, especially during these sun sign seasons. So Cancer season, Libra season, Capricorn season, Aries season.
That's very interesting. I always do feel like different whenever like the seasons change. I know that's like every like 3 months or whatever, but I do feel different.
You literally have placements, significant placements, because that's on the MC, that's on the fucking descendant, that's near the ascendant, and this one is fucking near the ascendant. The angles are especially important. So the fact that you have cardinal placements on all your angles, you're going to go through so many different cycles of major change, major initiation, major things with family, just in constant cycles. But that's okay. You are like in a way, you're kind of like a general representation of life. If somebody was going to make a movie about a young black woman's life, like just a regular, not saying you're regular, but you get my point, the everyday black girl that people can relate to, you would be the perfect person because of that cardinal energy.
Wow, that's actually very funny, because I told Jessica that I feel like my life was a movie sometimes, and I actually wanted to write like a memoir about my college years, because Jessica will tell you, our college years were insane. Like, I got into a lot of shit. I definitely went through a lot of cycles. I changed a lot when I was in college. And I always felt kind of weird, because I was like, I'm not the same person that I was, and I know that I'm always like constantly changing. So yeah, sometimes that like freaks me out, because I feel like I'm changing like too much at times.
No, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Pluto aspects, right? So you will go through those very often, because if Pluto is aspecting 6 different places, 6 different planets in the chart. So whenever those planets are going through something, then Pluto comes up 6 different times, 6 different ways. So that's just something you have to go with. That's a big key to life. It's just knowing what energy is ours to go with. You know, knowing when we can change it, when we shouldn't, where it works, where it doesn't, right? Jessica's back. Now this call, we glittering, we're listening.
It's the sunscreen, guys. Remember to wear your SPF.
Period.
Right, go ahead. My esthetician.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Jess is an esthetician. Jess is an esthetician. Jess, promo.
Alright, so I am the skincare scammer on both Twitter and on Instagram.
The skincare scammer.
Okay. And I also run Melrose Skin Official on Instagram. So if you want all of your skincare
10th house
tips.
sun being an award skin winner? The Melrose what award?
No, that's the name of the page. It's Melrose Skin Official.
Melrose Skin Official.
So that's
official.
Official.
Don't play with her.
You know, like if you want all your little skincare tips and tricks and why you should not be using the St. Ives apricot scrub on your face.
She will literally give you a whole skincare plan.
Even knowing it was exfoliating.
You're constantly, thank you so much, exfoliating. And you don't need that. Your skin will fall off.
Thank you. My skin was burning the other day, and I was like, I haven't even done anything. Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And that's another thing. If your skin burns, if it tingles,
it's not. I know it's not supposed to, right?
It's not supposed to do any of that. Never do.
I gotta say it again for the people. Okay, so we were talking about the synastry. So Jess was like, she was supposed to be my soulmate. And I was like, well, see, Jess is Libra Sun, so it's in Shaquila's 7th house. And I was like, Jess, the person you identify as is who Shaquila thinks is what Shaquila thinks all Libran energy needs to be. Your sun in her 7th, your identity. And they were like, yes, yes.
And we also both have Libra Mercury.
We do both have Libra.
So we have the same
communicate the
style.
same. Yeah, communicate the same.
That's why we're always like, you can just, if we have an issue, we can like talk
We can talk it out, and then we also have like this like telepathy thing going on. Because like earlier today, what were we talking about? We were talking about hair, weren't we? Like talking about thick hair.
Yes, it was thick hair.
So we were talking about thick hair, and then at the same time, we were like, into the thick of it.
Y'all said it at the same time?
No, like the pause and everything.
Wait
Like,
a minute. Oh man, that lobster roll. Oh man.
Yeah, we can get that moved out the way.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you
That
so
looks
much.
nice. Ooh.
It's so beautiful.
Where are my potatoes? Oh, there they go. Oh yes, yummy.
We spoke this up. We were literally just talking about when the food was gonna get here.
We were. So you were telling me how your mom is upset about the fact that she's aging, right? So Shaquila's mom is only 44, which is actually quite young. That lady, your mom is still in her prime,
Yeah,
right?
46.
She's
46.
single, y'all.
She's
And she's
single.
single.
Oh
And she's
shit!
single.
Your mama got a fat ass.
Yes.
I knew
Mom
it.
is
I
fine
knew it.
as fuck.
I knew it.
My mom is
I
bad
knew
as
it.
hell.
I fucking knew it. Knew it. Scorpio has to learn to discern the difference between what's paranoid intuition
Yep.
and what's real
Yeah,
intuition.
but they do have paranoia with, especially with
Because
Scorpio.
they'll think it's paranoia. Like it'll be paranoia, but they'll be like, they won't think so. But like if something is just too extreme and doesn't even technically make any illogical sense, and you're like overthinking it, it's paranoia.
Yeah.
But if you have seen the details, you found a flaw, a crack, in something that should be something else. Like, you know, Scorpio can see what's beneath the surface. So like,
Always.
like for example, y'all are best friends, right? This is just an example, right? Y'all are best friends. Y'all have done nothing to make me think that you're secretly in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You know, little touches, side glances, you know, all that little stuff. But a paranoid Scorpio would be, oh, they get along so well, definitely in a relationship. Like, no, there's no, if there's no logic, if you didn't actually find a flaw or something
This is my girlfriend now.
exactly, if you didn't actually find something wrong with it, then it's paranoia. Period. Oh my gosh, there were some shots. I was eating, so I was holding the camera down.
And it was like,
But her
like
titties are
just sitting.
sitting.
Oh my
Your
god.
titties are
Oh
sitting.
my god.
It's this shirt.
I love it.
This is my
Maybe
favorite
that's
shirt.
probably why I love this shirt. You
I
have
love
nice
this shirt. Yes.
Now tell me something you want to know, or any questions you had.
The main question I had is just like about like the Grand Cross. Like I don't necessarily know how to balance out, especially like cardinal energy. I don't know how to like balance that out.
So we talked about that, about going along like you're in different seasons. You will always, you know how you said, oh, I know that so often, like every 3 months when the seasons change, you said that earlier?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to go along with. Every 3 months or so when the season change, it's time for you to change. That's how you go along with it. You just have to go along with the energy. Don't resist it, go along with it, and because you're aware of it, you will use your best judgment to make the best decisions.
Okay.
That's how it goes. And then if you're in doubt, you figure out what is the issue. So if it's Libra season and you're going through a Libra issue, then you would come to your 7th house in the chart and you would see, okay, what's going on? What do I need to do? So if your partner wants you to sign the lease on a house and you're unsure, right? You know, Libra is contracts, Mercury is writing agreements.
Right.
And if you have a Libra Mercury and you're going through that issue and you know it's retrograde, then you already know I need to rethink this before anything. That's what you know. And so you just go by the issue. Anything else?
Can you like turn it to me? Cause I'm like, I feel like I had like more questions beforehand.
Yeah, take your time. We're in no rush.
Yeah. I definitely want to know more. I know like my interpretation of like the Jupiter midheaven, you already touched on it a little bit. But also having those other like the Neptune and Uranus in the 10th house. I guess it's like I want as much detail about that as possible.
Did your parents go through any type of scandal? Or somebody that's like an authority in your life, any type of scandal?
So it wasn't like, I guess, publicly like well known, but
Yeah.
like within like my family, like my dad is a whole menace. I say he's like a real life, like he's a dead ass a real life villain. And there was scandal involved in like my parents' divorce with what my father did and had been doing for like years.
Oh, so Chiron and Libra in the 7th. So somebody's relationship had a very big impact on the way that you connect to other people in relationships.
Yeah.
So Chiron causes the wound. Keep going.
But yeah, so that caused like a really like big scandal, or I guess like a scandal with like within the family at least.
Right, because you have all these Cancer placements in the 4th and squaring the Libra, so all relationships in your life affect your family dynamic. Whether it be your personal family or the one that you create eventually, all of your relationship dynamics will do that. Ooh.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's for Jade. Ooh, thank you.
Prize, or are we all set with
It's called honeycomb gelato.
Wow.
So, yes, even if it's the family you create. So if you ever, even if it's you'll have significant relationships with coworkers, as shown here.
Yeah.
So like, even if it's a relationship with a coworker, if it gets to a point where it's worth talking about, it can affect your family dynamic. With your own family or with the one you create. So you have to always make sure your relationships are what you want them to be. You see, the ruler of your Venus and your Libra placements, the ruler of your Libra and your Libra placements is Venus at the 29th degree. That's a critical degree, right? In the sign of Cancer. Cancer is our personal comfort. 29 degrees is a critical degree. If you are not absolutely the fuck comfortable with every single personal one-to-one relationship in your life, it will affect this. And when you get older, and if you decide to become a married woman, you don't want that fucking up your household. It'll fuck up your household.
Wow.
Not only that, because Libra rules your 7th house is the partner, Libra is other people, your partner's relationships is the same thing. All of you guys can only have, you and your partner, can only have relationships that are balanced, beneficial, reflective of you as a person, reflective of who you want to be. Otherwise, it will fuck up that family dynamic.
Wow.
And a Cancer does not want that.
I know. The Cancer in me already is just like, my whole family dynamic is just like a lot. Like, it's a lot and I can't take it.
Because you have Saturn in the 12th, so you rather keep it to the background, push all the hard things in your life to the back, right?
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah.
Like when it's personal, yeah. When it's personal for me, yeah.
Yeah, when it's personal, because it's Saturn squaring that 4th house moon. The Cancer moon, all about what's personal. The moon, what's personal to us.
Yeah.
So, I think I got ice cream in my hair. But anyway, the thing is, you can only do that for so long before you need to confront the issue, because Aries is about confrontation.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you don't have to make a show when you confront the issue. You can confront the issue in the background, because Saturn is in the 12th house. And so Saturn has its joy in the 12th house. It loves being there. So whenever you confront issues in the background and you don't make a scene, that's when you will benefit the most. You'll be able to solve more problems that way. You should never become no social media exposing ass bitch, ever. I'm just saying, like, real shit. It will work against you. You'll become uncomfortable because it's Saturn square the moon.
I really hated to be this person growing up, but now
It's okay. You don't have
I don't give it a shit.
Leo energy. We are paparazzi ass bitches.
Like, I love this.
Paparazzi ass
Fame,
bitches.
Leo and the fame.
Does your mom have any like blood pressure issues, any health issues?
She actually has to like keep her weight down so her blood pressure doesn't raise. So like, yeah.
Yeah. The 9th degree, to my knowledge, Sagittarius, Jupiter represents our blood pressure. If your mom makes that move and comes out of that isolation of her hometown, all those weight issues, blood pressure issues will improve significantly.
Tell her.
I'm like, Mom, please get the fuck out of
Tell her to
fucking
come here.
house.
She could be my roommate. We could be friends. I was thinking that.
She was thinking that. Okay, let me tell y'all before the camera dies. So, like I said, Jess has, hold on. So, like I said, Jess has Scorpio Venus at the 11th degree in the 10th house. So, that means a female friend, a stalker, because Scorpio is stalker, 11th degree is the friend, Venus is the feminine, and it's in the 10th house. So after you get successful, you will have to watch every bitch who wants to be your friend. They will start stalking, going crazy, jealousy, envy, all those Scorpio traits.
What did I say? No new friends.
Yep.
I'm here, so I'm like, you don't need any friends. You got me.
All right, I don't need no new friends. I have enough friends.
You have enough friends.
And Jess was like, I knew it. Jess, you knew it?
I did, because I just felt like it was going to be a woman, because the way I see it is because I don't they can intimidate me. So I know no man is gonna stalk me. The only time I really feel like a man will ever stalk me is if I emasculated him in some type of way.
Scorpio Venus.
You know?
Oh, that dude you did.
You said what?
With that dude, the dude from the other day, you didn't emasculate him really, but he's so insecure, he felt like you did, so now he's creeping around. Wow, your power.
Because I don't like that with men. I really don't like when men feel like they can, like, don't.
Be gay, be gay, be gay, be gay, be gay, gay,
I've
gay,
been trying to
gay,
get
gay.
her on the spectrum, y'all. I've been trying to get her just to explore
Yes,
it, you know?
yes, yes. Are you queer?
I am queer.
Oh my gosh.
Bisexual. Yes.
Yes, you need to get with the winning team.
I've been trying to tell her, like, honestly, I'm at a point where I'm like, my last partner, we're like on some like break shit right now, but I'm like, he's the only man that I would probably ever date.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm like, I don't want men. Like, men don't,
Yes.
they don't excite me.
I feel the
Men
same
are
way.
boring.
I lost my excitement for men. I
lost
feel the
all my
same
excitement for
way.
men.
Yes.
Like, I can't do it.
Oh my gosh. And that makes so much sense because you know, we're having all these Aquarius transits. And
I saw your tweet.
you saw that thread. You saw that thread. And so Aquarius is opposite Leo, which is the dating pool, and Aquarius rules over excitement. So yes, all the excitement is losing. Okay, you guys, we're gonna pull off now.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
So, I would 10 out of 10 recommend Yelp review, you know.
You have to book with Jade.
Book with Jade, okay.
You need to be with Jade.
Okay.
She will really get your entire life together.
You gonna need, you know what? You gonna need the kaleidoscope drops because you're not gonna have no edges. So let me help you in advance, okay?
Okay, we will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching.